So I wanted to talk about our house. So as you can see from the other angle, it is quite it is quite messy right now. It's in a disarray just because the whole weekend we had not been home, and both weekends we had been waking up. Well, we always wake up early, but we had been leaving the house very early and coming back close to bedtime. Today is a holiday in Canada, so I will be doing that today. Jay doesn't get holidays with his job just because he's a little bit higher up and they nonstop work. I'm going to be taking care of that today. But before that, I just wanted to sit down and talk about our house. So our home is a 102-year-old, yes, 102-year-old cottage style home nestled in a small town about 30 to 40 minutes away from the major city, maybe 45 if it's really traffic. But yes, it is a small little cozy home that we've always dreamed of. We purchased it about 2 to 3 months ago now. So this whole time we've basically just kind of been nesting and trying to tailor it to the best that we can for now. We're not going to be doing renovations until the next spring or so. It is fall now. We didn't want to do any major renovations until it gets warmer, but for now we are just, doing the little things to make it our own. And a lot of these things are from our previous apartment, which is obviously very outdated now. Not outdated, but it doesn't suit the style of this home, but it is very much our dream home. I've always dreamt of moving into a cottage home. I don't know why. Maybe I think it was all those years of watching Pride and Prejudice, but I've always wanted a rural cottage home. I've always wanted a big yard to possibly grow a garden and my own produce in eventually. So I'm very happy that we have that. And yeah, my husband is just very into old stuff, very vintage stuff. This house fits that vibe because it is 100 years old and it's creaky and he loves it. And yeah, we've just been very, very happy. But like I said, we are going to be doing renovations starting with the kitchen. So I know it's looking a little bit rough in here. Like I said, I will get to cleaning in a few. This kitchen, as you can see, is not really functional. I think if you look around, if you were here in this room with me, you'd be a little bit weirded out about the weird, I guess, layout of it. The cabinetry is old, it's not functional, and the paint is ours. We chose the color of the paint because that was one of the things that we wanted to have done before we moved in. We knew then that we weren't going to renovate immediately, so we kind of wanted to at least have it look like us. Yeah, it's just not functional. Even more so this next part that I'm going to show you, which is, this is the dining area. That's the toilet. So we were very confused, to be honest, when we came in for the showing with regards to this area, because we were like, that's weird. I'm over the stove. So it is a very weird, not really functional kitchen dining area too. This dining area is so tiny. Jay, we don't even eat here. We've eaten like a total of 3 to 5 times in this dining room. Just because it's so cramped. Jay is a big guy, 6 foot tall man, and can't really fit in here. in the next year or so, we are going to be renovating this, blowing this up, and adding an extension, because we do have a lot of land at the back, and we are going to be adding a sunroom dining room extension to the home and maybe shift this whole layout. That's going to be the major one in the next year or so. See, if you even go out, this is the mud room over here going outside into the yard area, backyard, and we can't even eat in peace because, oh, and we do have a basement down there, but it's not really great. It's unfurnished, it's unfinished. The only things down there are the very, very old shelving that we use as a pantry and storage for our luggage and other knickknacks that we don't need upstairs. And also laundry. Our washer and dryer are down there. But now I will take you to the area I am most excited about, which is the backyard. I actually had to put my microphone on because it was a little bit loud out here and I didn't want to shout and creep out my neighbors. So he's just playing with a stick right now. If you can see him running around, it's just him enjoying our backyard. This is a very, I would say, unfurnished yard. There's so many things that we need to do with this yard. It is quite a big chunk of land. It goes over there still. You can't see it, but it goes over there. It goes a little bit over here, and obviously all of this and all of over there. And like I said, I've always wanted to have a produce garden and also a flower garden, so that's going to be happening in the next year. We do plan on extending the house a little bit because we do want to entertain, and we cannot entertain people in that tiny dining room. So we're going to do that, have a sunroom, dining room, opens up into the backyard so we can enjoy this glorious backyard. It is very bright out here. Also, we need to put up more privacy fences just because I feel like a fish in an aquarium, and every time someone passes by or a car passes by, they always look into our yard. And if I'm out here doing my stuff, I'm an introvert and I'm very shy. So if I'm out here doing my stuff, I feel not violated, but I feel shy. Okay, I think we should go back in. So I think what I'll be doing for lunch is just chicken wings, because Jay loves chicken wings. I don't think I've ever met anyone who loves chicken wings as much as Jay does. For lunch, I'm just going to make my kind of tried and true chicken wing marinade, air fried chicken recipe basically. And it's just chicken wings, baking powder, cornstarch, paprika, garlic powder, cayenne, salt, and pepper. And it's just simple, straight to the point. Marinate it. If you can marinate it overnight or for at least 20 minutes, that would be better. I'm kind of running out of time, but that's fine. I just usually chuck it in the air fryer after marinating it, and it usually still comes out really great. So it does look very weird right now. The bedding does not match the pillowcases, nothing matches in this room. To be honest, I think half of the pillows are from my place before Jay and I got married, and half of it is from like just his collection. I think he only had like 2 pillows before we got married. Everything's mismatched right now. We didn't really put much thought into it. Long story short, when we were living in an apartment, we knew it wasn't going to be a forever home, that place. So we were like, we'll stick to the current like theme of the apartment, which is basically cold, millennial gray vibes. But now we've kind of tried to slowly and gradually ease into the more cottage vintage vibe. So we started with the top quilt, which is this very cute cottage style pattern and just material. It's very comfy. You have to buy new pillowcases, you have to buy new bedding. So yes, online shop or an IKEA trip is bound to happen at some point this month. So what's that? Look. Good morning. Good morning. This plant is dying and I don't know what to do. It started to die when I put it out here in the sunroom, and I think it didn't like the super bright light that comes in here, especially since we've been experiencing really hot days. Not really happy about that, so I'll try to put it inside and see if it recovers a little bit. Yes, honey, it's a plant. Anyway, plant aside, we've had a very, very peaceful, cozy September morning today. It is September 7th, I think, today. We are just getting into the cozy season. We still have a few warm days ahead of us, so that's great. It gives us time to kind of do some fall cleaning, especially in the yard. We had a nice cozy September morning. We woke up slow, had a coffee, Jay had a bath, and it was just very nice. It's definitely a rest day for us today. Well, yesterday was also a rest day, but yesterday was more so getting through the tiredness because the day before that we had a wedding. It ran until, I'm pretty sure when we left, they were still going on until like 2 a.m.-ish, but we left like at 10. So that was already late for us because we sleep at 8. So yesterday was more of the rest day, getting through the exhaustion. Today's an actual like rest day. I don't know if that even makes any sense. Lovely morning. It is, the leaves are starting to fall from the trees. It's getting crisp in the mornings. Today we will be doing a lot of home stuff. We already cleaned a little bit actually, but my parents are coming over for lunch today, so just getting everything prepared for that. I will be making a lemon loaf for dessert, so I'm going to be making that right now.